Welcome to another episode of the Right Titans podcast. We are here back at you, J Mall,
Trigger Trey.
and we are here to discuss the Titans. That was from the last episode, so let me go ahead and get rid of that one. As the Titans will go ahead and face the Colts. I'm sorry, the Bills, the Buffalo Bills. We talked about the Colts last video, so if you missed that one, make sure you go watch that one. But yeah, so we're gonna break this down. We ain't got much to say for real, except for our keys to the game. We ain't got no visuals really, because we're gonna talk it out. We got a lot to talk about, so we're gonna talk it out. What are your thoughts, Trey?
I ain't even got many thoughts. I'm gonna just get into the injury report so we can just knock that out the way so we can get straight into the discussion. So we got Abdullah Anderson making the 53-man roster because Traylon Burks is on IR. We have Gabe Jeudy-Lally, the standout from the what's it called? Training camp. I thought he was gonna make the 53-man roster, be a sneaky make, but he's on our practice squad and he got elevated from the practice squad. Also, Travis Simeon is making the 53-man, the 46 or whatever it is for the game day, because Will Levis is out and Mason Rudolph will be starting against the Bills. Tajay, as we know, out with a hamstring. And then after that, Bills look pretty healthy. They got Von Miller on a 4-game suspension. After that, James Cook is back. Ed Oliver is still questionable. And then they're healthy. After that, they're pretty much healthy. So we'll go ahead and get into it. But first,
make sure you like, comment,
subscribe,
all that. Like I said, I think we're up to 37 subscribers. So appreciate all the love. Keep in touch as well, because we may be going on Facebook here soon. So we're trying to get that set up, some other platforms as well. We're going to try to do some partnerships with a few people. So stay tuned on that one. But yeah, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, share this with a friend. Once we get to 50 subscribers, we're going to do a little raffle. So so stay tuned with that. But yeah, we're going to break down this Titans versus Bills Sunday game, AFC matchup, an important game. So here's my keys to the game. So number one, contain Josh Allen. That's our playmaker. I'm not worried about the receivers. You can say that the running back, James Cook, he's been doing really well, but my take on it, contain Josh Allen. You do that, you got a good chance of winning, at least beating them on when we're on defense, they're on offense. So that's my number one take on it. Number two, get your playmakers involved. I understand that Will Levis is not playing. I get that. Mason Rudolph is going to step in. I feel like he's more of a, hey, I'm going to get you the ball type quarterback. Now, I don't think he's going to do anything special outside of, making sure just getting it to your receivers, getting them involved. But hey, if we want to create some momentum for the rest of the season, even when Will Levis comes back, and we'll talk about Will Levis too, I want to see our playmakers get involved. I need to see Calvin Ridley get 100 yards. There's no anything else after that. You got to get 100 yards for me. We're behind the 8 ball right now. You got to get him involved. And then number three, play mistake-free football. This is a game to where if one mistake happens, it's like a domino effect. It's going to be one thing after another thing, turnover, and then it's a fumble, and then it's a punt block. It's always something with the Bills. If we can play mistake-free football, this is not the same Bills that we've seen before. Now, they're winning games, so credit their organization and their coaching, but it's not the same Bills that I'll be like, oh, how are we going to beat them?
Yeah.
So those are going to be my three keys to the game. What are your thoughts, Trey?
You had an optimistic 3 keys. I'm going to have a pessimistic 3 keys. First key is don't win the game. Just don't win. Don't win the game. I want to see Will Levis instead of Mason Rudolph, because I feel like Mason Rudolph finds us a way to win this game. The locker room might turn on Will Levis, and you know how you play in Madden and you get the -5 morale.
Yeah.
And then everybody start playing bad. Yeah, we gotta let's go Rudolph. No, let's not go Rudolph. I'm sorry.
You can't say no to your mama.
I'm sorry. Let's not go Rudolph. I still want to see what we got in Will Levis. I'd rather go 2-15 with Will Levis than to go 8-9 with Mason Rudolph. That just means we're getting a better draft pick. We got our answer on Will Levis. So I don't want us to win. So let's not go Rudolph. I'm sorry, Mama. but I don't want to see Mason Rudolph do well. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him compete, but don't win us the game, if that makes sense. So back to number 2, I still want him to give our playmakers the ball. I want Calvin Ridley, D-Hop to, you know what I'm saying, get a smile on their face. I want both of them over like 60 yards, and I feel like Mason Rudolph can get there. I feel like he's a real good scheme fit for what Brian Callahan does. Just read, make the best read, make the best throw for that read. And I feel like Mason Rudolph fits that. Third key, I don't even know.
Don't know. Just like you don't know what to expect. Because I think what you said, because you don't know, is because we don't know who we are really. When you see us play, when you saw us play the last week, it was kind of like, what type of team is this? Are we known for our defense? But we are, but at the same time, we're not really causing those turnovers. I feel like if we were known for our defense, we'd have at least 5-6 turnovers and like, hey, we got our defense, we can win this game. But right now it's like, it's good, but it ain't like elite to where I think that's the one thing that is lacking is those turnovers. We did get an interception last week, which was good. And I want to see more of that. But your third key to the game is kind of like this emoji right here.
Yeah, precisely.
I don't know. We got another comment as well. I'm gonna show that.
Oh, my fault. I brought it down. There we go.
He said, "Hate to bust your bubble, but we'll win this game." And now controversy. Shout out to Big Daddy right there. Need a haircut. Make sure you go to the right cut on the corner of Mormon's Arm and Buena Vista. He'll get you right. But yeah, what do you think about that? We will win. That comment right there. Are we gonna win?
I don't.
You said we gonna win. There's gonna be a quarterback controversy.
Yeah, I feel like we can win this game because Amari Cooper and Khalil Shakur are there 1 and 2. I like L'Jarius Sneed and Jarvis Brownlee Jr. over them 2. You know what I'm saying? James Cook, we've been good controlling the run. Arden Key and Harold Landry has been stepping up, especially against Devon Achane. You wasn't allowing him to get outside. I'm not too afraid of James Cook trying to get outside either. You know, you're not running up the middle. I feel like we have the recipe to win this game, but I don't know if we'll put it in the oven for long enough. I don't know if the batter will. I don't know if we can set and get it rolling. But I feel like we have the recipe to win this game. But I don't want the controversy. Will Levis has too much on his plate already for there to be controversy. So I want Mason Rudolph to lose this game, maybe a pick or two. So Will Levis can be like, oh, okay, he did it. So I'm in a fairly good spot to still show that I can be QB1 for this team.
And so so Mr. Nike 615, appreciate you commenting. I'm gonna get to your comment, but if there's a quarterback controversy, it's not going to be because, hey, Mason Rudolph is going to be our franchise quarterback. The conversation is going to shift to, is Will Levis our future quarterback? And I think that's what everyone is thinking now. But if Mason Rudolph goes to show that he throws for over 200 yards, 2-3 touchdowns, then it's going to be a conversation of not necessarily Mason Rudolph being the franchise quarterback and moving forward with him the rest of the season. It's going to be, all right, we just figured out that Will Levis is not our quarterback. Let's go find us another quarterback. That's the controversy that's going to probably happen if we do win. And if Mason Rudolph somehow just goes off like an Andy Dalton he did when he came in. Yeah. I just don't want that.
Also, if you're tanking, you have to tank. There's no reason especially with Mason in, I don't want to win. But anyone else, Will Levis being in, I want to win with Will Levis. I don't want to win with Mason Rudolph. I want to win with Will Levis. That's the goal.
Yeah, defense can keep us in a lot of games. It's up to the offense to move the ball and help out. Can they help out? Can they? Will
I,
they?
li- I like our defense.
I like the defense.
Yeah, I like the defense. But I'm gonna skip a couple comments and say it's too early to talk about tanking. Is it? Is it
Mm, we listen. We lose this game. We go 1-5. Who's next week? The Lions.
the Lions?
You think we're gonna beat the Lions? Mm-mm.
They had
Mm-mm.
offensive tackles lining up at wide receiver for fun. We're running
They
hook and
had
ladders to Panay Sewell.
Dan Kipper at wide receiver. Panay Sewell going out for a hook and ladder. No, we we lose this game. Go ahead and chalk up another L for the next game, because if we can't beat the Colts at home, how are we gonna beat the Lions? So he said any given Sunday. You need to change that day to any given Saturday. That's what you want to probably say. That's yeah. So any given Saturday, meaning college football, that's where it is. And unfortunately, we won't talk about Bama losing to Tennessee. So that's why it's any given Saturday. Any given Sunday,
I've been saying this.
Arch Manning
I've been
2026.
I've been saying this. I want Archie. I want Archie. If you check, I think it was the last stream or the one before that, I was saying I want Archie. I want him. Hey,
I don't know. I really don't know about that. Probably because Peyton Manning, he just tore us up the whole time he was at the Colts.
That's my goat. That's my goat.
That's probably why I don't want Arch Manning. So I'm just gonna have some flashbacks of Peyton Manning just going down the field, throwing touchdowns, 5 touchdowns on us, beating us every single game. So if I see him in a Titans uniform, it just won't feel right. Something to think about: Derrick Henry has more rushing yards than the Titans have passing yards so far this season. This is the stats of the season so far. Yeah, we said that exact same thing. That Derrick Henry has more rushing yards than we have passing yards. That's saying something. That means.
But also, look at the system. Look at the system. You got Zay Flowers, Isaiah Likely, Mark Andrews, Lamar Jackson. I would expect him to low key. Not up to this point, but like passing yards and rushing yards. But I did expect Derrick Henry to go crazy with a way better O line, and he threw up 1,000 something last year with a terrible O line. Man, with a way better O line, he might be on track to 2,500.
Maybe, but the thing is, that's their identity, though.
Yeah,
they found their identity.
Yeah,
they went out and said, "Hey, we can use Derrick Henry to make sure that this is what when people see the Ravens, they know we're coming at you. You're gonna either have to stop Lamar Jackson, you're gonna have to stop Derrick Henry, and we can go ahead and put it over the top with Zay Flowers as well in the jet sweep and giving him some hitches, letting him do his thing." That's their identity. The Lions, they have an identity. These teams that are winning, they have an identity. The teams that are losing, they're kind of like, what are we doing? And that's one of us. Again, I don't think we're a bad team. We're playing bad. We look bad. But just if you look at the roster, we're not a bad team. But yeah.
Yeah, looking at the roster, this score is pretty much accurate. With Mason Rudolph at the helm, I feel like this score, and he said the Titans would go win earlier. So the 24 is the Titans, 17 is the Bills. So yeah, I feel like that's a pretty accurate score.
Yeah, it'll be somewhere around there. I do believe it's going to be a close game, a 1-score game, going either or. I don't really know exactly if we win this game with Mason Rudolph on, starting role, just because not be saying that Will Levis gives us a better chance, but I just don't really know what to expect from Mason Rudolph right now. We saw him come in against the Miami Dolphins game and he threw for less than 100 yards. So right now, I just don't really know what to expect from Mason Rudolph. So that's why it's kind of like it's like a Pandora's box almost. You don't know what's inside. You don't know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, you don't know.
And then we got another comment. No, sir, UT. I'm just gonna skip that comment right there. We're not even gonna
Yeah,
talk about that one.
let's take that off the screen.
Yeah,
Let's
let's go ahead and
yeah.
take that off. Um, man, that was a bad game. We won't talk about that. Um, at least they lost to 2 Tennessee teams, so that's
Yeah.
I guess it don't hurt as bad, you know.
No.
But it is what it is. But yeah, so we got a tough matchup against the Bills coming up. Um, speaking of which, I think you said Traylon Burks is on IR.
Yeah, for at least 4 weeks.
What do we do with him? Is it like, hey, this is game over for him? Like it's time to go ahead and release him. We tried the Traylon Burks project is over. It's it is what it is, and we just take the L on that because we
Yeah.
traded away AJ Brown.
I hate that we're having to talk about this because I want it. Like, it's hard to just not want Traylon Burks to be good. All these people, oh, Traylon Burks is trash. We got to give him a chance. And what did I say last stream? Availability is the best ability. And if Traylon Burks is not there, he's not a number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4 receiver on any team that he can possibly be on. So give me Nick Westbrook over 75 yards again. Every Titans wide receiver, 75 yards.
But that's crazy. I really wanted Traylon Burks to do really well. I was rooting for him even this year. I think this is his 3rd year. I think he is gone after this year. He just hasn't really been contributing. And it sucks. It sucks. And especially, and honestly, he had high expectations because of the AJ Brown trade. We wanted him to be a replica of him, just a younger version of him. But that just didn't turn out. And so we got to move on from that, and we got to, take it on the chin, move on, see what we can do. Because I do think that's what we're missing too, that strong wide receiver that just like who commands the field. So you just throw it up to him, good luck trying to, it's either going to be a completion or it's going to be, an incompletion. It ain't going to be no interception or anything like that because we just don't have that right now. Calvin Ridley's not going to go up over the top. D-Hop is not. Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, he's Mr. Reliable. He'll catch the ball when he needs to, but he's not just going to go over the top on someone. So we just don't have that wide receiver who can just like command the field just like that as we did in AJ Brown. As you can see, I'm still salty about that trade, but yeah, that's going to be something to watch for this offseason. The market for wide receivers, this free agency is looking pretty nice. We got some free agency or free agents that's going to be available. We got a T. Higgins, we got Deontay Johnson out there. I don't know what they're doing with the what's his name off the Bengals? Chase.
Jamar.
Jamar Chase.
He got an extension.
He got an extension? Okay. Yeah.
We got an Eagles fan in the chat.
Shout out AJ. Again, it's just tough. It's just tough. You want him to do well because it's like we just didn't pay him, and the Titans organization, I think that's where we dropped the ball. We just didn't want to pay him. And as you see, he had a Pro Bowl year last year, and besides the injury this year, I mean, he's been, top 5 receiver in the NFL right now. That's what you gave away. So and say your eyes got to be more than just hazel. What that mean?
I think he mean he want a dog. I think he mean he want a dog. I guess. Man, you not lying. Hit the nail on the head. Yeah, that's the saying. Hit the nail on the head. We are cursed. And back to us being cursed, I feel like if we let Traylon Burks go, he's about to go somewhere and ball out. You know what I'm saying? That's just like the Titans in a nutshell. Just as soon as somebody goes somewhere, balls out.
That's usually what happens. But yeah, I really do think that we just need that dog somewhere. Someone who's just gonna be, like, hey, give me the ball right now. Like, I need this ball right now. Let me take over. We ain't got that. And so I guess he does got the nice hazel eyes and whatnot. But we need someone just gonna be like a command, like I said, command the field. We don't have that. We did, but we gave that away. But yeah, so my prediction, before we head out, what's your prediction? What's the score is gonna be for the Bills and Titans game?
Andre said it best, Mr. Nike 615, 24-17. I feel like maybe 24-20. I'm gonna say I feel like it's gonna be a closer game. They might get an extra field goal than what he was saying, but 24-20 is going to be my score prediction going towards the Titans, just because I really want them to win. Like, I know I said I don't want them to win, but as a Titans fan, I want them to win. But as a Titans locker room, I might be like, ooh, like if I'm Rand Carthon, please lose. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm Rand Carthon, please lose. I don't want y'all to turn on Will Levis just yet. I traded up for him. I think he's the franchise. If I'm Rand Carthon, I'm saying lose. But as a Titans fan that just wants just something to talk about, just something to be happy about, I want to win. So I'm going 24-20 Titans.
Yeah, I'm gonna say we're gonna win. I think it's gonna be 23-20 Titans on this game. I think it's gonna be a weird game. I don't think we're gonna win like you think we are. I think it's just gonna be the Bills just messing up somehow. Again, they're at home, and Bills Mafia, we gotta go to their home territory. That's always a tough matchup and a tough place to play. I do think that we'll find a way to win, but it's just gonna be like we won, but I just don't know how to feel about it, or it's going to be one of those wins so we're like, hey, we got something now. Maybe we figured it out. But it's going to be a weird game, and I think it's because Mason Rudolph is starting, and I don't really know what to expect from him because I just really hadn't seen him play. I didn't really see him play outside, even last year when he was at the Steelers or, whatever team. So I really don't know what to expect from him, but we'll see. We got some but yeah, let us know your score predictions in the chat as well. Again, if you're joining us, make sure you go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate everyone tuning in. Like I said, if we get to 50 subscribers, I'll do like a little giveaway, just a little something small. Again, we're just starting out, but once we hit 50 subscribers, we're gonna do like a little raffle or something. But yeah, last thoughts before we get out of here, Trey.
I don't even have much to say. You just gotta hope and pray for a win like every week. Try to grind one out just to give us a little hope as a Titans fan, Titans Foundation, something to build upon. Hopefully we can actually open up the playbook and not throw 16 screens. So
that's gonna be something to watch. But like I said, we appreciate everyone tuning in. Again, I am J Maul,
Trigger Trey,
and we are out.
I knew this would happen someday. You can ask my day one day. Cloudy days turn to sun rays. Only way to way up way. Know my way, know my feng shui.